Welcome to a beautiful Wednesday. So we're going to start a new challenge because my last stream got corrupted and had no audio. What we're working on is we're going to actually play through the Antiquity Age, but we're going to play with every civ, one at a time, across a couple episodes, and review their abilities. Let's let the stream stabilize. We're going to do this with the shuffle mechanic. So we're going to play on online speed, everything else default. And we're going to shuffle. If we get a civ we've already played, we're just going to reshuffle. Let's go ahead and start. Antiquity Age, random civ, random leader, continue, game speed to online, not quick, online. Just to review a few more of the map types, we'll go to shuffle. We'll play on a standard size map, governor difficulty. Go ahead and launch game. So let's talk about it. This is going to be just so we can get an idea of the different leaders and how they function, some of their perks, some of their pitfalls. And we will definitely do reviews. I'm probably going to post the review part of it to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, remember, go ahead and follow, like, whatever the things are over there. Looks like we're playing with Isabella. Queen Isabella of Spain had a single vision, the growth of her nation's power. At home, she dedicated herself to establishing Spain's next chapter as the bastion of Catholicism, and oversaw the violence of the Inquisition and the Reconquista. Abroad, she sponsored the expansion of Spanish might into the New World. Clever and ruthless, Isabella built the groundwork for Spain's future upon war and wealth. We're playing as the Greek Empire, the city-states of Hellas. Were a constellation of powers, each with a rich history: militaristic Sparta, intellectual Athens, wealthy Corinth, far-off Sucros. Fictitious in their alliances, they were briefly united only once under Alexander of Macedon. Though subsumed into the Roman Empire, the Greek cities influenced Roman religion and thought, the math and science of the Islamic Golden Age, and even the founding ideas of American democracy. So we've got a couple of unique buildings. Some pop-ups would be great, but we don't have any. We have the Logios, and we have the Hoplite. Hoplite is infantry. Logios, I think it's a policy. Let's keep going. Alright, let's analyze our starting location here. Let's pull up a yields overview. We are next to a natural wonder, which is a beautiful start. We start with some food, some culture. Pick up some kaolin in the capital to make it grow a little faster. Not too far off from marble, reachable to the iron. Yeah, let's just go ahead and settle in place this time. Seems like a really good idea. Now we revealed some cotton, +2 food, +2 production. We definitely want to start with the scout so we can see a little bit about what's going on. Capital's 5 food, 5 happiness. Oh yeah, always 5 food, 5 happiness, 5 production. Unlocked agriculture. Doesn't unlock anything specific. Oh yeah, it does. It was just loading. So it unlocks us the granary and +1 food on farms. Let's choose a tech. We're nowhere near coast. There might be some at the end of this river. So sailing doesn't help us a lot, I don't believe. Get us the fishing queue, which we have a little bit of navigable river, but nothing super major. We don't need to really embark at this very minute. We will. Animal husbandry gets us the saw pit, which is production on camps and woodcutters. We do have quite a bit of woods near us. What kind of tiles do we have here? We have flatlands, so we can build farms. Pottery on clay pits. Clay pits, I don't see any entirely useful at the minute. Let's start with husbandry. We'll go ahead and get a second scout and start exploring a little bit. Another river to the north. Yeah, the map size definitely feels bigger when you're playing it. Even the small map feels pretty equivalent to Civ 6 standard size map. Let's go ahead and work the extra food, extra culture. That's now an 8 food. 8 food tile. We should grow. We're going to grow again in one turn. We'll work on gathering some production after we grow again. Okay, we found some coastal tiles next to some desert tiles. Not much in the way of yields. Let's go ahead and turn the yields off for a minute. We'll leave the hex grids on, resources on. Grow the city again. So we can get the cotton, which is +2 food, +2 production. Or we get the cowlin, which is a 3 food, 1 happiness, and it'll let us grow even faster. Let's do that, because if we can get more people in the capital, we can grow even faster. And now sailing would be useful.
I protect thee with this
Unlock
flame,
chiefdom, got charismatic leader, and tool making. Let's go ahead and add some policies. We also finished animal husbandry. Production on camps and woodcutters, pastures. Production and science for now. Our culture's still pretty healthy. We'll grow the city again. We'll go ahead and take the cotton for the extra production. We found a scout from Zerapil. Masonry. Builds up culture. Let's just build walls, but I think we should get sailing so we can explore that coast. In civics, Agog lets us build the Parthenon, which gives us culture and influence. Influence would be good if we want to get some city-states. Discipline, I think we go with Agog. Build up the influence, maybe we can convert some city-states. Let's see here. Granary, sawpit. Sawpit will give us +1 production on the cowlin and on the marble once we get to it. Let's go ahead and see where would be a good place to build a sawpit. Don't really want to overwrite the forests, but this flat land we can go ahead and overwrite for now. Government, Classical Republic, 15% production towards wonders. We're not building wonders at the moment. Infantry units or buildings. Let's go with buildings and we'll grow our city faster for 5 turns. Keep you exploring. We have a second scout. We'll go south. So we got one going northeast, one going southwest. See what's around us. So we found a commercial city-state. We need 85 influence to try and befriend them. Currently it's 65, so 2 more turns we should be able to pull that off. Keep exploring. Next. We can grow the city again. Maybe we take the other... This is why we don't have to focus on culture. With this natural wonder, we're going to assume quite a bit of culture. Do we take the culture and the extra growth? Or do we move towards the marble? I think we take the culture. Finish some of our civics a little bit faster. And we need to outrun this warrior. Be a good thing to do. Let's go ahead and just run a search function from here. Yeah, it shows us a bunch of coast. We got some elephants not too far away. Okay, next production. Let's go and get a hoplite so we have a little bit of defense in case one of these decides to get a little hostile. We'll go ahead and befriend the independent Seleucia. Try and get a city-state going early. This is a very small navigable river.
The fair breeze blew, the white foam
We can now
flew.
embark. We get +1 on
The
fishing
fire
boats. We can
followed
build
free.
galleys. So we might need to get a settler soon. Get some coastal land to do some water exploring. Pottery will get us production on clay pits, mines, and quarries. Or masonry lets us build the walls. Monument, we don't need the extra culture. We're not going to build the pyramids, I don't think. But we also get production on mines and quarries. So, oh, that's with the brickyard. This one is with just with the research. Let's go ahead and do masonry to get that extra production online early. Let's go ahead and try and... We already got attacked once. Let's go ahead and try and cross this river and we'll get to the other side away from the warriors. Next turn, hoplite and another turn of growth.
If you think that I rely on numbers,
25%
then
army
all
commander, and we
grace is
could
not
build the
sufficient.
Parthenon. We're not going to change policies. We are going to work our way. We could work up towards getting the dates for food and happiness, or we can work towards the marble. 10% production towards wonder and grasslands tundras. We're not building wonders currently. So if we take the last one here that we need, we can get the dates next turn. A GOG 2, hoplites gain 1 combat strength for each city-state. A Kelsia. We could build Odeon, which is a +3 happiness building, +1 culture on quarters, on adjacent quarters and adjacent wonders. It's the Greek unique happiness building. Xena, we get +50% influence towards the initiating and progressing the befriending independent. That'll be useful. So the Parthenon, oh, it's not a wonder. It's just a building. Gives you +4 culture for each adjacent wonder, and +2 influence if placed on rough terrain. Okay, do we have any rough terrain we can place it on? That's flat land, forest. We don't currently. So instead of building it right now, do we have any rough terrain we can expand towards? We don't really. So I don't think this tile can be built on. No, it can't. So we can either build it here, or we can build it on the flat land. We won't get the influence benefit, though. And we won't get the... Oh, we will get the adjacent wonder, because we do have a wonder here. Wait, you are not part of the wonder. You're just a mountain. So actually placing it here. So we might not get the unique quarter in this building, or in this town. Wait, are you Roughland? You are. Wait a second, wait a second. So we might wait until we expand to see if we can build it there. Let's go ahead and pop out a settler then, so we can get a second town founded. Move up this way. Gold. Found Takamush Scout. Doing good. We have 32 influence. You see a star that crosses the night sky like a bolt of lightning. That is me. Takumshe. The one who leaps great distances. 10 influence will give us a boost to the relationship, so we'll go ahead and use it. We will go ahead and ask him for open borders just because it will increase our relationship with him, and we don't want an early war. With the hoplite, we'll go ahead and... Let's actually move down. We'll see if we can't take out this scout. If we can catch him. Or we'll go ahead and try and take out this warrior. We have a diplomatic action. Tekamush is inviting you to start a local festival together. We don't have the influence, so we'll just go ahead and be okay with it. And you guys can embark now so we can get a little bit of coastal view. Let's go ahead and have you heal up a little bit because you're pretty low. Move the hoplites into place to take out these warriors. We finished the settler. Still, we haven't grown yet. I don't know how far we are from growing. 7 citizens, new citizen in 1 turn. Do we have anything we can build in 1 turn? We don't. We might put 1 turn into a granary. We'll put it with the sawmill right there. Settler, let's see, where do we have good land? So up here we would start with the iron and dates within our border, so they'd be easy expansion. Put a coastal... Oh! Moved off screen. We could put a coastal city. Up here actually wouldn't be terrible. We could work on getting the gold, but we would get some negative grievances for settling too close to his capital. So I'm thinking right here actually might not be the worst idea, depending on what's over here. Shouldn't be scouting with our settlers, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. That's a stalemate battle, so we'll go ahead and hold off. There's Serio. I'm wondering if that's a new continent. We don't have a yeah, we do have a continent lens. No, we're still on Oceania. Oh, we found a new continent up here. Oh, we need to go ahead and turn off the continents lens. None. Go ahead, next turn.
The administration is in.
So we unlock the Odeon and Xenia, which is, yeah, we want to plug in Xenia. 50% influence towards initiating and progressing the befriending of independent powers. Let's see. 3 more turns to befriend them, 6 turns, and they become a city-state. We get to grow. I want to go ahead and grow to that rough grassland tile. Let's see, if we switch production into the Parthenon, can we build it there? We can't. Why can't we? We must be missing something. Because it doesn't do us any good to build it otherwise, because we wouldn't be adjacent to a wonder, no matter where we put it, not currently. And it won't be on rough terrain, which without those two things, it's just a +4 culture on one of these tiles. We don't necessarily just want +4 culture. The Odeon, however, same, adjacent quarter, adjacent wonder. And it almost seems like a waste to build them if we're not going to get the unique quarter. So we'll queue up a Hoplite for afterward. We could go ahead and support his military aid request to get the +3 combat. Research a new civic. Samachia. +2 culture for each city-state you are suzerain of. +1 to the settlement limit, which will be very useful. A Gog 2. Let's go ahead and look at the tree for Greek civics versus Antiquity civics here. Tactics, Code of Laws, I think is where we want to work towards. Lets us build Petra, but it gets us +2 influence per turn, and we get a free merchant for researching it. So I think we work towards that one, which means we need mysticism and discipline. I think you need both. So let's go ahead and study discipline. Let's go ahead and move you down, maybe get a little bit of sight over here. Major victory, but still not enough to take them out, so we'll just leave you guys healing. Put you on this new continent. Oh, I did not mean to click there. That was a misclick. I wanted to move on to the Jade. It's alright. So the Hoplites got a elimination there. This volcano has become active. Lucky it's on the edge of our territories. This is a scientific people. 57 influence, so we need 2 more turns. We can actually try and befriend them as well. The battlefield nourishes the soil with iron. Deep within the layers of earth, life begins anew. Remnants of the human cost of war feed into the endless cycle of loss and revival. 50 gold. Not really any choices, but move up onto the dates, move on to this tile here. It does have water. It is going to be a desert city. If it's going to be a desert city anyway, we might move up so we can get the coastal benefits.
He was the first to construct a wall, 80 miles in length, which was to separate the barbarians from the Romans.
Finished masonry. Ancient walls, Monument for culture and influence. Okay, pyramids. +1 gold and +1 production on minor and navigable river tiles in this settlement. Ageless must be placed on desert and adjacent to a navigable river. So actually, this might be the perfect town to put it in. We're not going to have great growth or production, but we could settle here, get the dates, which will give us a little bit of growth and happiness. Then we could actually build the pyramids in the city. I think that's a good plan. Let's give it a shot. We can grow it. Let's immediately grow to the dates because we can use them. Let's check our resources. They're already assigned. So 2 turns we get to grow again. Let's view the tech tree. I want to work towards currency, which means we need writing. Writing means we need pottery. So let's go ahead and research pottery real quick so we can get towards writing. We'll finish discipline this turn. This is a little island. Alright, this actually might be a good place to settle. No fresh water, but it would get us 2 copies of jade, which increases 15% gold rate. That one's got medium snow on it. Yeah, that might not be bad. We could get fish for +3 food. We could expand out and get dyes for extra happiness in our empire.
Do nothing which is of no use.
That policy increases scout movement and sight. Not too worried about it. This one is an ageless building that acts as a fortified district with +3 combat strength to fortified districts in all settlements. Gets us the ability to get army commanders, and we gain a free army commander, which is always helpful. Let's start moving that army commander down. So we can, I think we could do it from here. We can go ahead and add you, and add you. So our army commander is now packed. Isabella hears the call of the divine, more in silences than in language. She holds the world in her hands, contemplating where she will be called to seek its future. On the sea, research sailing, 25% production towards training galleys in all settlements. Across the land, train a commander, +12 science, or we not at all silence is divine. Gets us culture. We don't want to do that. We don't have anywhere we can train a galley yet because we're not coastal. So let's go ahead and train a commander, get the +12 science. Weapons gleam in the morning sun as Isabella inspects her growing army. Conquest awaits, and only the best deserve to fight in her name. +12 science there. So we have discipline. I think we needed mysticism to get towards writing. Got a celebration. We're not constructing a building. We are going to construct the pyramids, though. Oh, and I forgot towns. We can't run any production unless we convert that to a city. So actually, before we choose a celebration, what do we need? 300 gold, but we need to get some buildings. Well, do we? Because the granary is not going to help us. Fishing key, not particularly well. So the only one that really we need is the saw pit. Sagebrush step. It's a vegetated tile. We could place it on the river here. Actually, I think that's what we do. And we work on getting you. So, you're from Seleucia, which now is our friend. Converts to a city-state in 3 turns. We can add some influence, actually, to... Let's reopen that screen to speed it up. That takes a turn off. We can actually do it one more time next turn. We're going to convert you to a city. But it only gives us the production for 5 turns. So let's go ahead and take the food for growth. Let's go ahead and take survey so our scouts can see a little bit farther. This scout should be ready to go. We're going to go ahead and we'll scout across the water. See what we can find. Still can't place you on rough terrain. Not sure why. We need to train an army commander. We have a quest for it. Might as well get it out of the way. Let's go ahead and get you in the water. Okay, so we're near the ice wall to the south. Finished pottery. Lets us build the brickyard. +1 food on plantations and on clay pits. We don't have either of those currently. We do get to grow the buy. And I'm thinking growing towards the iron, because iron will give us combat strength. Let's actually take a look at the tiles real quick. Though we might want to move our borders forward towards Seleucia, so they don't end up taking more of the southern tiles, but they're not great tiles anyway. Yeah, let's work towards the iron, towards the dates. We'll go with the +1 food, +2 production. Our happiness globally is at 16, which isn't bad. So we can work towards writing now. Irrigation lets us build the garden, which gives us extra food and extra settlement limit. Library, base yield +2 science, +1 science for each adjacent resource and adjacent wonder, 2 codex slots. We need the codex slots actually for the legacy. 200 gold when you build a wonder, but only in this settlement. And continuously generate science equal to 25% of the city's production. I think irrigation is the way to go. Growth is always good. We get to work more tiles. Let's go ahead and move on to the elephants. A lot of little islands on this map. See if we can't scout the coast of the continent we're on. It seems like it could be useful. So if we go ahead and deploy our armies. Major victory against the warrior. Oh, we can't attack the turn we deploy, so we might as well leave those for now. Have you scout a little bit more. We'll move you this way. We'll keep going. We're using our scouts just to try to get as much information as possible. We do have enough we can start befriending Sierra Bowl. Emissaries from Seleucia have arrived and pronounced the Greek Empire deserves all glory and respect. To honor the friendship between two people, they present generous gifts. 25 gold. And they should become a city-state this turn. Get to add another specialist into the capital. We're not building a wonder. Let's go ahead and take the dates. We'll leave our resources as is for the minute. Go ahead and explore up the coast. The hoplite should be able to take that one out. We'll go ahead and move this hoplite and commander both to this square. Keep moving you. Found a militaristic independent power, which could be not the greatest thing for our scout here, but we'll find out.
There is another world.
Priesthood plus
But
2
it
gold in
is
all
in this
settlements. Unlocks founding a pantheon. That's good. We could build the altar. Receives additional benefits from pantheons. And base of +2 happiness. We don't need the gold. We actually have a good amount of gold at the time. We can now expand and take the iron. Extra production. We don't have the influence required. We can now research Code of Laws to get that free merchant. We could choose our pantheon. +2 influence on the altar. 10% growth rate in cities with an altar. Wait, which ones can we take? These are already taken. Okay, Goddess of the Harvest. +1 food on farms, pastures, and plantations and settlements with an altar. Don't have a whole lot in the way of farms. We do have a little bit. We have one. Wait. We have 3 plantations. 2 dates, 1 cotton. God of the Sea. Production of fishing boats we don't have. God of the Forge. Production towards constructing buildings. That just makes the altar a very rounded building, so maybe military units, science on quarters, oral tradition, training settlers in cities with an altar, sacred waters, happiness from adjacency for coast, lakes, and navigable rivers, Plus stone circles, plus 1 production on clay pits, mines, and quarries and settlements with an altar. I actually think that... What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Production towards buildings is good because all cities need buildings. So I say we go God of the Forge. Try it out. We do have a lot of ships there, so let's get you back on land. Let's go ahead and have you just chill out and heal for a minute. I meant to link you back up with the commander. We'll do that next turn, I guess. Let's see about getting on land here. Okay, more water. Relationship with Tamuksha changed from neutral to friendly. Started another endeavor. Military aid completed. Command units. Let's have you just scout inward. Of course, there's a warrior from Khotan. Okay, first I want you to pick up these units. Then I want you to explore this way. If there's a slinger in the fog of war. But we're 6 turns. Next turn we can increase that, so 5. So we'll be at 4 turns next turn. Can't move you. You I can move. Let's go ahead and move 1 tile at a time. We want to avoid that slinger. We can. We might not be able to. Might get hit once. Yes. Diplomatic action from Tecumseh. 30 influence, we receive 3 combat. I'll take the gold because I want to save the influence for city-states. Look at Cerebolia, 34 influence, we have 47. Shave 2 turns off, so 3 turns left. City-state bonus for Seleucia. Emporium allows the construction of the Emporium unique improvement. The Emporium provides plus 2 gold in cities if they have at least 1 resource assigned to them. So that would 6 gold if we built both of them. Gold buildings receive plus 1 gold for every city-state that we're suzerain of. Not terrible. Gemstones receive the lapis lazuli resource in the capital. Lapis provides plus 4% production and 5% gold. I'm assuming it's like in Civ 6, lapis is probably when you can't get other than from a city-state. Probably a specific one. 5% gold for every suzerain, plus 5 trade route range for every city-state you are suzerain of. I think we take the gemstones, plus 4 production, and 5% gold could be really good. Duty to one another is duty to the self. Diplomacy grows more powerful with practice. Plus 1 diplomatic attribute point. That's good to have. Diplomatic, happiness per age on the palace and city hall, or influence per age on the palace. Influence per age on the palace. We're not having a happiness issue. Currently, we are at 20. We have no negatives. Happiness in Thebae is at 7. Happiness in Athenia is at 13. So we're doing okay. Resources are all assigned. Lapis took the last one. We could use camels to increase our resource slots. And I need you to not be right here. Which unfortunately doesn't leave us a lot of options. More warriors. A lot of warriors from Shumran. We might just have to get back in the water. Deploy our military onto the marble. Major victory. Again next turn. I always forget we can't attack. We need that promotion on our commander so we can attack the turn we deploy. Might get hit again here. Not much I can do about it. We found no villages or wreckages. And I'm actually in a bad position here because I can't cross the open ocean tile. We can grow Thebian though. What do we want to do? Getting extra resources won't really help us because we can't place them currently. Gold and happiness are always good. Could grow down towards the marble, but we don't really need to at the minute. I say we just keep moving towards the... If we end up making it to be... If we end up getting the pyramids here, getting some more of this desert, especially the desert around the river, could be useful. And you're kind of pinned in. You could take one more hit, though. I think you should survive one more. What else is... Oh, okay. Tamuksha's fighting him there as well, which is helpful. Major victory without Hoplite. Commander promoted. +1 gold for each unit packed in this commander. 15% production towards training land units when stationed on a district. This commander has +1 movement while on land and ignores terrain movement restrictions when packed. 5% yield in the settlement when stationed on a district. I think we have to go assault. Units can move after unpacking this commander, because being able to attack the turn you unpack is super useful. Major victory without Hoplite. Syria Bowl. Let's have you go ahead and heal. Yeah, we're kind of jacked with this scout. Unless we can outrun the slinger and he doesn't chase. Oh, that was... I should have moved one tile at a time. That scout's not going to make it another turn. Unfortunately, it's the way the cookie crumbles.
The earth, water,
Hanging gardens, +1 to settlement limit,
plants,
and we can build the garden to help grow. I think we go for writing. Get the library with the codex slots going. 5 turns. I want to go explore that way, but it's a little bit dangerous at the minute. So let's explore. We'll explore down south of Aksham. We need you to go ahead and heal. We'll let you heal in the meantime while we wait.
an eye for an
Civic
eye,
unlocked.
a
+2
tooth
influence
for
per
a
turn.
tooth.
That's really good. Petra. +1 gold and +1 production on desert terrain in this settlement. Ageless. Merchant. Civilian who can establish trade routes and improve trade relation action. The people look at one another and ask, who are we? Their cultural heritage deepens. Choose another civic. Citizenship plus 25% food in towns, 50% production towards construction culture buildings. Wayang Palace is +6 influence as a base. Cultural festival continuously generate. Okay. Code of Laws 2 gives us +1 culture from specialists. The Isabella unique diplomatic endeavor called Ginseng Agreement that grants food to both leaders. Capitals +1 diplomatic attribute point. Ageless must be placed on rough terrain. Could be useful. Public life. City Guard +3 combat strength for fortified districts. We can build the Oracle, which is more culture. I don't know, I like citizenship. The extra influence could be useful, but I also like, was it tactics? No. Code of Laws 2. Gain a unique diplomatic endeavor called Ginseng Agreement that grants food. Must be placed on rough terrain. I have that rough terrain that it won't let me place the other building on. Could be useful. Plus the diplomatic attribute. That was not what I meant to do. Diplomatic attribute point. But I think citizenship for now for the extra influence. The growth rate. We have the cultural. Only one we can take is +1 culture per age on palace and city halls. We're at 23 culture. Our science is a little weak. We need to work on getting our science up. Let you explore a little more. This continent is not very big either. Seleucia. Let's go ahead and move our merchant to Seleucia. I think Aksham is out of range, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, out of range. So once we get a trade post in Seleucia, that should help. Nope, I did not mean to do that. Go ahead and redirect. Take an extra turn. We get to grow the capital again. Take the marble, but we can't use it currently. Take the last tile of this wonder. Now we have the wonder fully in the empire. Celebration. What are we building here? An army commander. But the food doesn't seem extremely helpful either. Let's take it because we're going to convert. Thebe. We have a policy slot. Oratory +2 influence. Sounds good. Can we convert you now? We can. Anything we should build first? The brickyard could be useful. The altar also could be useful. I think the brickyard actually though is the better choice. We could place it with the saw pit. The granary is not going to help us in this town. It's mostly desert tiles. And now it's only 175 to convert. Not sure why it went down. But I do think if we take the altar for the extra happiness, we don't have any wonders. Let's just go ahead and convert you to a city. We need to start working on getting some towns. Okay, do you have anywhere that's rough that you could build it? Flat. Your flat desert, your flat desert, your flat desert, flat, flat. No, you have no rough terrain either. So we might not be getting the unique quarter for a while. We can build the Petra, the pyramids, +1 gold in production on minor and navigable river tiles in the settlement. Petra's better. We have a woodcutter here who could pop the growth. +2 gold, 3 gold from other warehouses, and 3 production to other tiles from warehouses. Exactly the same. So for we wouldn't get to pop. This way we would get to pop. But we would lose the... Yeah, we could replace the woodcutter. Let's try and build Petra. Now we can grow the city. Let's grow out this way so we can get some more desert tiles online. We have an extra resource slot now from converting it to a city. Move this scout around Aksha. There's incense over there. The army commander is healed. You guys, let's go ahead and take that. Traveling merchants have set up... Oh, excuse me. Traveling merchants have set up a fair at Crossroads. Visitors gawk at curios and take part in lively entertainments before returning to the road. Enjoy the fair, +37 happiness to the next celebration. Bring the fair back home, +22 culture. Let's go ahead and take the 22 culture, shave a turn-ish off. Go ahead and move you forward a step. Still let you heal. Timberson production towards wonders placed in tropical plains and desert terrain. Elephants would be absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and embark. See if we can't see anything useful. So we're in Seleucia. Oh no, we're going to Seleucia. Next turn we should be able to build a trade route. That hoplite can rejoin the commander. This hoplite can also actually just rejoin the commander, and then we'll tell it to heal temporarily. Cerebol. We need to increase our science a little bit, I think. Emissaries from Cerebol have arrived and pronounced the Greek Empire deserves all glory and respect. To honor the friendship between two peoples, they present generous gifts. +12 science. It's a whole turn worth of science. Great Stele, research initiative. The Blind Poet. A Greek poet begins composing an epic work about war and conflict. Many enjoy his work, but some prefer a more adventurous tale. War lays bare the soul of humanity, which will give us 12 culture, or only through wandering can one learn oneself. 12 science. 12 science because it's a whole turn worth of science. We finished the quest here. We really actually could use the library because our science is A little bit on the awful side. Get 4 for building it on this flat grassland tile here. Let's go ahead and do it. We need the science boost. Currency. Let us build the bath for growth. The market for gold. Specialist limit. Let's go ahead and do that. Any kind of boost to the economy could be helpful. We got another army commander. Oh yeah, we just trained it. Makes sense. Actually can use you to explore this way. We can go ahead and build our trade route with Seleucia. We have sheep, which is +2 production and +2 happiness. Yield bonuses when unassigned. We get +1 gold, +1 happiness. I'm assuming that's global. So do we want the 2 production or do we want the 1 gold? I think the 2 production actually would be more useful right now while we're working on Petra at least. We have 10 turns to get Petra. Let's move you north, because we're going to use our army commander to scout southwest. Takamush built a wonder. Completed. Niceros has erupted. We have met a new civilization. I am Oris, in human flesh, Hatshepsut, Pharaoh of the Red Lands and the Black Lands. 10 influence for a friendly greeting. Seems like a good idea. The target receives gold if we do that one. Open markets. Have minor trade with another leader. Accepted, you receive +4 gold per turn. Other leader receives +2 gold per turn. Supported, both receive 6 per turn, lasts for 7 turns. Relationship if accepted 5, if supported 12. If accepted 5. Actually, the open market seems pretty good. Let's try it. I support your open market, so that increased it, and we get a bonus gold. We get to expand Thebe. And I think this is sheep on a rough desert tile. Which is good. Choose a city-state bonus. Receive a codex. Allow the construction of the step pyramid. Unique improvement. The step pyramid provides +2 science, +1 happiness for every adjacent river tile. Must be placed on tiles with a natural happiness yield. Philosopher's Circle. Science buildings receive +1 science for every city-state. Pilgrimage, receive a free technology when you become suzerain of a city-state, including this one. It would give us 1 free tech. 20% production towards constructing science buildings for every city-state. I'm not building anymore. The codex, though, seems really good. Let's see. I don't remember where to view codex. No. Either way, the step pyramid also could be good. Construction of the step pyramid, unique improvement, provides +2 science and +1 happiness. Or Philosopher's Circle, because it'll scale with every city-state that we convert. Actually, Philosopher's Circle seems really good. Because if we can convert, that's already +2. This civilization will be available to play in the upcoming age. The Shawnee, be suzerain of 2 city-states. Good to know. Of course, there's a galley there. You can extend downward. And go next turn. Turn 30. Choose production in the capital still. Wait. Now we can build it on the rough grassland. We'll lose the mine. Not sure what changed. Well, I think we go ahead and do that, actually, and get our unique. district up. Still won't be adjacent to the wonder. We get to pop that settler. Go ahead and take the marble. Neutral to friendly with Hetsepshu. You're a barbarian galley. Don't want to fight you. I can't heal not on land. Here I can though. Let's go ahead and heal. The galley is melee, so it won't be able to attack us. Let's let this commander embark momentarily.
After the assembly gathered,
Unlock citizenship.
the elders gave their answer.
Plus 25% food in towns. 50% production towards constructing culture buildings. Weighing palace. And we could do a cultural festival. We're not going to change any policies. Narrative choice. Only the deserving. Piles of grain and fruits spill across the stones. Animals low in the distance. The bounty will be distributed to the soldiers, to the slingers, to all who nourish and sustain the spirit of our people. All that remains is to allocate the choicest portion. The biggest honor. Give to the military. Activate determined ability, plus 2 combat strength. We're not fighting. Give to the arts for 50 culture. Give to every citizen. Every citizen must choose for themselves 100 happiness towards the next celebration. Let's go ahead and do the 100 happiness towards the celebration. Satisfied at last. The writer sets down their quill. They have spent countless hours writing down words, only to scratch them out and rewrite them. All will be worth it, if just one reader finds joy in this text. One must write every day to improve. Plus 1 codex. Inspiration only strikes when it wills. 37 influence. We're going to take the codex this time. Go ahead and view the tree. Where are we at here? So we could go skilled trades, plus 1 coin, plus 1 gold for each imported resource. And we could build a Colossus, plus 3 resource capacity in this settlement. 1 economic attribute must be placed on coast adjacent to land. Literacy, 50% production towards construction of science buildings. Nalanda, base yield plus 3 science, gain 1 codex, has 2 codex slot. 1 scientific attribute points. I want the economic attribute point for. Let's start with skilled trade. Wait. Yeah, skilled trades. Let's have this commander do a little exploring. Next turn. We have met a new civilization. I am Pachacuti, favored of the sun and child of the mountains, shaken my presence as the earth itself does. I know it's controversial, but I love the... We're going to go ahead and go with a friendly greeting. I love the art style in Civ 7. Like, I liked Civ 6. I didn't dislike it, but I really like Civ 7's art. Let's go ahead and... we're neutral right now. We'll go ahead and do something if we have to. We have a celebration. Production towards buildings, because that should count towards Petra. Let's see, what do we have here? Production and science on the palace? No. Gold in all settlements then. Because production towards culture building doesn't really help us. Let's go ahead and go with priesthood for now. Confirm. Command. Go ahead and explore down. Next turn. For Petra, we're 5 turns away. Oh, we have Savash is sending in troops. We need to go ahead and get this commander on the move. Diplomatic action. Open markets with Pachacuti. 30 influence. Plus 6 gold. Go ahead. Okay. We're unhappy with Cerebral. Or Cerebral's unhappy with us. 120, we can incorporate them. That actually could be good. Do they have something useful here? They do have gypsum. Plus per production in the capital or 4 in any other city. They get us close to elephants. And they get us dyes. Actually might not be bad. If we look at Seleucia, they don't really have any resources that are useful. I want to get these camels. Actually, a settlement up here would be good. But I think we actually do. Never done one, but let's go ahead and incorporate. 5 turns. They're unhappy. We don't want them to end up being a pain because they're unhappy. Once we finish Petra, next turn we finish the Parthenon. I think we go for another settler though. Next turn, turn 33 is over.
When I was young,
Finish currency.
I thought that money was the most important thing in life.
Not a new city-state. What? I don't know what just happened. We can grow here. We could throw in some specialists, which could be useful. We could work towards salt, which I think is just out of range. 2. It is. 1, 2, 3. So is the jade. 2 science and 2 culture, 3 science and 2 culture, but they give us -2 happiness. We're at 9. We can afford it for a minute. Actually, I think we work the library. Choose a tech. The lighthouse gives us +3 gold. That could be useful. Bronze working. Since it looks like we're going to be in a war, let us train an archer. Currency 2. +1 gold and gold building. Gain 1 codex. Let's go for the codex just because it's super useful. We need to get more settlers out. We could use a slinger. We could use the unique quarter. Growth on the... +1 science on a garden and 3 food. We don't really need to keep growing the capital. We do need a settler though. We need to get some towns up. Getting next to that one could be a mistake. But we do have 2 friendly. Oh, maybe not friendly. Not necessarily unfriendly. Not unfriendly, so useful nonetheless. They grow in 1 turn, 4 turns. Should we promote their growth? Yeah, we should promote their growth while they're still a steady state and we don't have to manage it. Get you moving back towards the capital. So army commander moving this way. Next turn. The Great Stele was built by an unmet player. Command units. We will go ahead and have you explore up here. Pachacuti is the suzerain of Shemon, of the Israelites people. I don't think there's a way to steal suzerainship. Serenity, that's the word. Okay, you've moved. You can get on land for a second at least. I don't like the commander being in the water. It seems dangerous. Move forward a step so we can see. Yep, you're going to have to get back in the water though. And we're not going to be able to make it past the ice, I don't think. We might be stuck with our exploration. We got 1 settler. I think we should immediately go for a second settler, or should we go for... I don't know if there's anyone within range to trade. But we should try the merchant, see if we can get a trade route with Aksham. The scout can do some looking around. Israelite warriors. Okay, do we settle up here? Get the camel? I think we do. It's fresh water. It's gonna trigger a negative diplomatic action with Tamukshe. But there's no other good place to settle locally, and I really want the camels. Down here we could get the salt, and we can have a coastal city. Or up here, we can have a coastal city, and work our way towards the camel. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Hopefully he doesn't run into any issues along the way.
Sedentary life is civilization's goal.
We finished the
It marks
Petra.
the end of its life and heralds its corruption.
The animation is so nice. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for making it through part 1. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. Leave any feedback in the comments. If you want to connect, reach out. This is Cloud, and I'm out.